For those of you that are shirt enthusiasts, I have all the shirts. This is Garurumon. I hope you can't hear the dog below me. Before we get started, I just want to address some controversy that's going around. I have a very small channel, and my intent was to never do commentary, but every time I do a commentary, all of my subscribers love it. But I do want to put something out there for people who are new here or don't really understand who I am or what I do. My commentary videos are just my opinions. They aren't hit pieces as people think they are. They aren't heavily constructed video essays that have a spot on format that ends with a nice juicy food for thought at the end. That's not really the content I make. My content is trash and I'm just talking. I know people want to make it deep. I wish it was deep. I wish I was that smart, but you know what? It's not really that deep. No one is deleting comments or anything like that. I could care less what you post if you look at my comment section, unless you're trying to like dox me. I'm probably not gonna delete something that you say. So I don't know I don't know if people just don't really have something to comment me with. So they're like, wow, I posted this criticism and it was deleted. No, a lot of the criticism that was posted, I actually tried to kind of debate it, and then the person would just delete their comment, and then I would get a bunch of like tweets on Twitter that were like, can't believe Siren Cove deletes her comments, and I'm like, it's not really that deep. You're kind of deleting your own comments to kind of create a controversy. I'm not 13. I don't care. So that's pretty much all there is to do. I don't really have anything else to say. I am a really, really, really adorable green-haired tattoo girl. I'm sorry. This is just me talking about my opinions, and that's always kind of what this channel has been for years. And it's not really that deep. But with that being said, let's kind of get a little bit deep. I'm just joking, it's not. It's never really gonna be that deep. My neck is permanently broken this way, so I've been watching YouTube for a really long time. I remember watching those OG Shane Dawson clips. I remember staying up late to try these weird skincare hacks. I remember one time rubbing raw egg yolk on my face because some beauty guru, probably Bethany Moda, told me that it would help, and it gave me acne. But in 2015 to 2016, there was a huge wave in popularity of creators that kind of went against the grain, and it was such a breath of fresh air. This era really felt like the golden age of YouTube. It felt like you could do whatever you want. It felt like anything was possible and people could express themselves in any way they wanted to, and there weren't any like serious repercussions. These creators were doing very, very well, and it was really nice to see people that are really weird and probably weren't very popular in high school do really well on the platform and be able to entertain people and give us something different. H3H3 came in so hard during this time period. They had a channel since 2011, but with this kind of wave of weird YouTube-ness, they came in so hard and they did so well because Ethan finally found his niche. He found a way to be quick-witted and super funny and give commentary in a comedic way, and he would also make fun of himself, which was just really nice to see someone that can make fun of themselves while poking fun at other people. He genuinely felt like the internet's nice, weird, funny uncle, and we ate it up. So for today's video, I'm not going to go into every single thing that Ethan has done and reasons why I don't care for him, things like that. We aren't gonna do that. We have Gokunaru for that. Look that up. There's plenty of videos going into every single hypocritical or just kind of not great thing that Ethan has done since he's become famous. I'll say that. He's definitely one of the most popular people on the platform. People would look forward to his videos, and I feel like a lot of us looked forward to his videos because we could look at them and be like, yeah, that's what I want to say about that, but I couldn't think of a funny, witty way to say it. And it was just watching him come so hard, yet so funny. It's not an easy thing to do. So today I'm going to come at this assuming that you've watched one of Ethan's older videos. And I want to look at one of Ethan's newest videos talking about Kim Kardashian. And I know, it may be easy to assume because I wear makeup and dye my hair that I'm a huge fan of Kim Kardashian. I do not care for Kim Kardashian. I do not care for Kylie Jenner. I don't care for any of these reality people unless it's like Rock of Love times. I don't like reality TV now. I think it's extremely just toxic, and I don't get why we're making these people famous. But I also just don't care. I don't obsess over hating them. And it's weird when people go out of their way to obsess about disliking the Kardashians or Kylie Jenner. And it's fun to make a quick little thing about them and be like, Kylie Jenner's a self-made billionaire? But there's just something so soulless about this video. And I don't know. Let's just jump right into it.
I am sick and tired of everyone talking about how Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are the ultimate power couple.
People say this about really any couple that's popular. I'm so tired of this. We're quirky and over 30 and we wear funny outfits. Isn't it funny seeing someone that's a little bit older wearing a funny outfit? We wearing these funny glasses. Isn't Guy Fieri so quirky and weird? Wasn't 2013 great? Peak comedy. Heck yeah, brother.
All right. You know what's the first 30 minutes of her day? I took a fat I took a huge bleached my
This is a constant thing. Every time I've ever seen Ethan talk about Kim Kardashian, even during the podcast, it's always been about her butt. We know that she has work done. We know that her butt is fake. I expect more out of Ethan than some like middle school humor that some mean girl would say. You know, like you're obsessing over this woman's body and it's not funny. It's just not funny. I just don't find anything funny about saying that a woman has a butt and stuff comes out of her butt. Okay?
Yeah, you know who inspired our power? Guy Fieri. Yeah, you ever heard of him?
McDonald's.
I can't take Ethan's humble bragging about not being like rich people. None of us are like Kim Kardashian and Kanye. They're worth billions of dollars. They're not relatable at all, and that's not really something that they try to be relatable about. Most people would do the same thing. Most people would have a home like this if they could. 99% of us can't. And I don't feel like, who cares? We know these people are obnoxiously rich. And it's weird because Ethan and Ela aren't that rich, but they're doing pretty well for themselves. They may not be millionaires or billionaires, but they're doing very well for themselves. The podcast, the clothing line, all the sponsorships, they have infinite sponsors. And it's just like, plus the YouTube channel, it's just like, come on, dude. You're not really that poor. And they're trying to be humble and relatable when that's not really who they are anymore.
Is in here?
Adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Looks like she's wearing a diaper, dude.
Here we go. Continuing to make fun of her body. Peak humor. We all know that she has work done. You're the one that's zooming in on her behind. Something I really didn't understand is she's dressed pretty modestly. Like, it may be form-fitting, but it fits her flatteringly because I'm assuming every single thing she wears is tailored to fit her body. And she could be out here with some cut-off booty shorts, just like shaking her butt and stuff, but she's not. She's in a fairly modest outfit. Depending on your definition of modesty, she's not really showing that much skin, and she's not flaunting her butt at all. She's just walking. You're the one that's zooming in on her butt. There's an entire frame. She's speaking. Her whole body is in the frame. You're the one that's zooming in. What was she supposed to come out in, like a hoodie and some sweatpants and stuff? Then you guys would be ripping on her for trying to be relatable to the pores. Like, you guys wouldn't be happy with anything this woman does. Like, regardless of what she does, like, no one's gonna be happy with it, whether you like her or not. It's not hard to realize that this is such easy fodder. It's so easy for you to be like, Kim Kardashian has a big butt and is, like, really egotistical. Isn't that just, like, that's what Ethan sounds like. No one wants to listen to a girl talking about how Kim Kardashian just had a butt and, like, she just, like, always cares about her butt. It's not funny when, like, someone talks to you in that voice, right? So why is it funny that this 40-year-old man is saying it?
This is not a comfortable home. It looks like a waiting room. Like, look at these lounge chairs.
I will say that the sinks are pretty funny. I had a really good laugh about the sinks, but the thing is that was one of the first things that popped up about this. A lot of people on Twitter and in the comment section of the video were talking about how ridiculous the sinks are. Like, where does the water go? I don't understand. It's pretty funny. But Ethan uploaded this video well after the sink joke had been established. So it doesn't feel like it's his joke, which... Yeah, you probably would have had to point out the sinks if you were making this video about how Kim isn't relatable, but it doesn't feel like it's his own joke. It feels like it's a joke that he jumped on the bandwagon of the internet saying and was a couple days too late.
This is your living room? What is this, an operating room? This is the saddest.
I also want to point out that these people have a massive property. Their house is massive. This is not like their whole house, you know? You really think that that bed was Kim and Kanye's master bed? Where are the kids' rooms? This is probably an area where a lot of company and stuff comes to just kind of hang out and mingle and do rich people party stuff that I don't understand. And it's not their main home. You can tell. There's no kids' room. There's no master bedroom. Yeah, it's not relatable because we're not billionaires, but I'm sure they have 6 other living rooms and like 20 other bedrooms.
Ask your brother to go get Sprite.
Want Sprite?
It's your one time.
I feel weird defending Kim Kardashian, but trying to make her look dumb and zooming in on her saying, There's 3 children in this scene. This woman is trying to work, and yes, this is working for her. I'm sure she got paid by Vogue to do this. And she has 3 children. She wants to include them in this. And 2 of them are just being really annoying. They want attention. They want to talk to their mom. They don't understand that maybe like don't talk as much, like it's okay to speak, but mom's trying to do this. She's trying to hold another baby on her hip. Kanye is just being Kanye, letting the baby stick his fingers in like his mouth and stuff, you know. It's just trying to point out that she's like dumb or something like that. It's just, she's just trying to be a mom. Like, she's getting frazzled. You can see it. She's like, go take him and go get a Sprite, you little piece of, you know, like she's just trying to gather her thoughts. And you got so like upset at the beginning of the video about how this was so scripted, and the minute she breaks the like script and gets a little bit frazzled and like out of character, you're making fun of her. What do you want?
That's like buying someone like government bonds.
I was planning to buy you a loan.
Stocks are not the same as buying a loan. Buying her stocks is actually a pretty good investment, and not an investment that she would make on her own. It's not her money, so she doesn't really have anything to lose, and she will eventually be able to take those stocks out when they're really profitable. That's actually a really good long-term gift for people that have everything, you know? Cat hair on my mouth. It is genuinely, I think that's a good gift. You have everything in the world. Items no longer matter to you. What do you give somebody that means something? Like, hey, I bought you a lot of money in stocks so you can be taken care of later on. That's a really mature, like, cool thing.
The Leach Steinway.
Bro, your house sucks. This house is so depressing. I don't know
They
if it's a
probably-
hospital.
It's art. That piano is not just an instrument. It's a piece of really, really nice art. It would be disgraceful to put stuff on the piano or have a bunch of stuff cluttered around the piano. It's a piece of art.
What's something about you that you wish more people focused on?
I wish they would not focus on my all the time.
Shut up.
This is the same as people coming at me about my old content that I made on the side or what I did in my past to invalidate what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to make content right now, and people are obsessed with my appearance. People are obsessed with my weight. People are obsessed with me wearing makeup. People are obsessed with my tattoos. People are obsessed with me dyeing my hair. I'm just trying to make content out here, and I'm sure I can't imagine how difficult and mentally just frustrating it would be for you to do so much in your life, and at the end of the day you're invalidated to something that you did in your past that wasn't illegal, wasn't bad. Just some people think that it goes beyond their morals, and they think that it's just gross, and it's so frustrating. It's so annoying, and it's hard to ignore all those comments, but dang, I feel that. And she doesn't make everything about her butt. Yeah, if you look on her Instagram, those are photos. Someone's Instagram photos are not a definition of who they are as a person and what their character is. You should be able to completely separate some photos of a girl from who she is as a human being. And it's such an easy target and such an easy go-to.
This house is almost racist because it's so white.
I don't want to use the whole video because I don't trust doing commentary with tons of clips anymore, but he goes on to complain about how he learned nothing about her from this video, which that's how all these Vogue videos are. It's not just Kim Kardashian. It's every single one of them. The only reason I even watched this one is because Kanye was in it, and I wanted to see what Kanye had to say, which wasn't a lot.
It's your one time.
Kim is such an easy target because Ethan's fan base, most of them aren't going to be into who she is. They just aren't. His fan base is not the same as Kim Kardashian's fan base. I'm sure they overlap a little bit, but for the most part, they're not. And then he goes on to make this unfunny song about her body and stuff coming out of her butt, and it's just like, cool. Top tier comedy. Do I believe that Ethan is like fake or is faking his personality? No. Do I believe that Ethan is kind of doing whatever he wants and that he will continue to make just subpar content because he doesn't have to really try that much and no one of like note is going to call him out on his laziness? Absolutely. People are gonna keep eating this up. They're doing extremely well. Their numbers aren't bad by any means, and there's plenty of videos talking about some of the terrible stuff that Ethan has said or done. While I may think the content is stale, other people don't. They're doing very well. People think it's the funniest content on the platform, and they're thriving off of their clothing line and their podcast alone, even without the YouTube videos, even without the sponsorship. With that being said, I want to put some creators that I think are super good in the commentary kind of platform. These people are doing a lot of really funny stuff, and I watch their content, and it gives me those feelings that I had whenever H3H3 first started getting really famous. And these people are doing really well, and you can see it by their numbers, and they're hilarious. I think all of these people are extremely hilarious. If you have any people that are in a similar kind of genre, definitely leave them down below, because I love finding new YouTubers. I'm always looking for new stuff to keep me watching YouTube, because sometimes YouTube isn't that great. I feel it in my bones whenever I'm missing a content cop, or, you know, even though I miss Content Cop, at least Ian is making his weird squirrel content, because watching Ethan fail so hard, in my opinion, in trying to be funny and continue something from his past and try and keep it going, if you know what I mean, it's kind of hard to watch. It's kind of difficult. It kind of kills you inside, because even if Ian isn't as funny as he used to be, at least he stopped. At least he knew where to call it quits and be like, this is it. This is the line. I don't feel good about making this stuff anymore, so I'm gonna make my weird squirrel content. Weird squirrel content. It's really difficult for me to get through an H3H3 video without being frustrated or bored. I don't even watch the podcast anymore. I don't even watch the clips from the podcast anymore, which is weird because I used to obsessively watch it. I used to be like, oh, I need to set a reminder for that so I can watch it live, and they turned off the comment section and stuff. I'm not really sure why, and so you can't interact with other people while watching it. It's just, it's not the same. And the overuse of unfunny stuff, or talking over Ela, or what else? Using like the weird like buttons that make sounds and stuff. It's just, the podcast just isn't that great anymore. It's just not riveting content like I thought it would be. We used to look to Ethan for spicy takes that were out of the box and really controversial, and he was taking a huge risk by saying what he was saying, but he was also keeping it funny and he was keeping it humble, and that's not who he is anymore. Or maybe this is who he's always been. Maybe I'm just getting old. That's all I have for today's video. If you guys liked the video, please like it, because this is gonna be real intense. Real intense. The boogie video was real intense, and this is gonna be more intense than that. So if you do like the video or want to support the channel, please like the video, please subscribe. If you're new here, check out my Twitter and my Instagram and my Patreon if you want to help us out there, because we're always getting demonetized. And yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.